Welcome to What's in the Box for the game 5 Minute Dungeon. Let's start by having a look at this box. I love the fact this box is slightly different but still fits in the bookshelves. You can see there the shape of it. The cartoon artwork, very adorable. I do like that a lot. As you know, a lot of games do have that cartoony look in their artwork. Very well presented with a matte finish to the surface. Let's look at each of the sides. On the bottom side, just basic information. We have, again, that continued theme, that artwork on this side. Looking at the next side, different artwork again, and yet another sort of different artwork there. And yeah, it looks really nice. I do like that feel. The back, we can see here, it shows you a little bit about the game itself. You've got pick your hero, battle it out, and beat the bosses. It shows you a little bit of how it could be set up on your table. Has the contents there, and a little bit of a nice intro blurb to the game. It is for 2 to 5 players. I have played this a couple of times at a friend's place, which is why I got it. I was very interested in it. I do recommend this game if you like having short, fun games for people. Bit of chaos, a bit of mayhem, but very entertaining, very engaging. Let's open her up. Underneath, no picture on the inside. We'll put the box cover over there. We are hit with, first of all, a very simple rule book. It shows you the contents. We have double-sided hero mats and boss mats and cards. A little bit of a blurb there. Welcome to the dungeon. How to set it up for 2, 3, 4, or 5 players. Preparing the dungeon. The number of cards you'll need for each of the bosses. Starting your adventure, there is a free app you can download from the Apple App Store or Google Play. You can see that there. It tells you about defeating the dungeon, and you've got all these different cards with different symbols on them. You can see there an arrow, a shield, and a few others that you'll need to defeat the bosses. Some special powers, your player mat, which is there, how to refill your hand. When you run out of cards, there are some special cards that you can play and use. Winning conditions and preparing the next dungeon, and also if you lose. Final page, what's in the dungeon. It shows you the layout of the boss mat, the door cards, and the challenge cards that are there. So that is a really nice, simple layout. As I said, it is a great, simple game to play. Let's have a look at the player mats first of all. So these are the player hero mats. I've got some cards which just shifted slightly. So player mats are double-sided. Let's have a look at each of those. We have the Ninja, special ability Vault. On the reverse side, we have the Thief, who can pickpocket. We have the green player, who's the Ranger, who has the Trick Shot. And the Huntress, who has the Animal Companion. The Valkyrie, who has Inspire. The Paladin, Smite. Gladiator, Intimidate. Barbarian, Slay. Sorceress, Teleport. Wizard, Stop Time. So those are all of the cards that we have there. And I think all except for the Gladiator and the Barbarian, that player, had female characters on at least one side, I believe. That's got a Wizard and Sorceress. Just check the green one. Ranger and the Huntress, yes. So I think all but the yellow player, sorry, not the yellow player, all but this player here had options for female and male characters. That's good to see in the game design. Well done for that. Let's have a look now at the boss cards. We've got boss number 5, the last one. Requires a lot to kill it. That is the Dungeon Master, and these just have black backs. So there's the Dungeon Master. Let's have a quick look at some of that beautiful artwork. I do like that artwork that is there. It tells you the number of cards you need to place here. The mini bosses before you get to it. Boss number 4 is a freaking dragon. Boss number 3 is Zola the Gorgon. Look at that. Look at those snake heads. Love the detail. Excellent detail. Well thought out, well executed. Nice production values. Boss number 2, the Grime Reaper. And these cards are quite thick, very sturdy. I do like that as well. And finally, the first boss you get, boss number 1, is the Baby Barbarian. Deck of 20 cards that is there. The Baby Barbarian. Look at that little toys that come off the dummy in the mouth. We've got here a little bit of blood on the axe, little milk bottle down the side there as well. So look at that nice little giraffe there as well, with its head cut off, no less. That's great. Do like that. Let's get into having a look at some of these cards. Now, what I like about this box is that it's recessed, and you can see how the cards are sloped, and you can actually put your fingers in and lift the cards out nicely. Let's have a look first of all at these mini boss cards, and you can see they're all the doors, and you open a door by flipping it over and revealing the mini boss, or the dungeon denizen, which is there. So let's go through these. Looks like we have mini bosses, events, monsters, we have obstacles, and people or people, persons. Okay, let's go through these quickly. We have the Rat King, and go to Rat with a King. It's a mini boss. Going through the mini bosses, we have the Collector, a miniature T-Rex. Oh, look at that little cat there, just there. A Wizard of Ill Repute. So very cartoonish, very fun in its theme, and that's played out with the names as well as the drawings. The Giant Enemy Crab. We now have events, a Boo Boo, ambush, trapdoor, confusion, sudden illness, Ugg boots, not Ugg boots. We now have monsters, a shark with legs, a timber wolf. You can see there the artwork is actually a wolf made out of timber. A Rosetta Stone Golem, good play on words. A cactus that wants a hug. Yes, we'll leave that one alone. Sir Fuzzy Lumps, lots and lots of zombies. The Duck of Canterbury. Ew. A Goblin. Adorable Slime. A Straight Up Ghost. Now we have obstacles. A literal straw man. A definitely not booby-trapped chest. A ludicrously tall wall of ice. Quicksand. Invisible wall. A chair that is very uncomfortable. I've seen that on TV somewhere, I believe. Collapsed ceiling. A very long loading screen. Ha 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 ha. Wall of spikes. A shortcut. What's that say there? Shortcut, free candy. Just a bunch of stairs. A surprise dodgeball tournament. What is the surprise? Oh, that's the surprise. The carpal tunnel, living vines, bottomless pit, and now we get into the person cards you've got to defeat. A gaggle of screaming children, an overpriced merchant, massive pauldrons, exactly 26 ninjas, 7 unhelpful dwarfs, barbarian, 2 guys, 1 bow, so play on something I think, Steve, Grosnak the Tall, Squire Nedwood, a ghost, a warrior princess, an arm dealer. Ha ha ha, again, a dealer in arms. Nice, nicely put that one. Let's put that deck back, goes nicely there. Let's have a look at the green deck first of all. Now these are all the same on the back. We have special black cards, and a fair few of those in the green deck, whose speciality is arrows, and you get some of these others as well. Let's go through these. So the green deck, you get wild card, counts as any resource. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Healing Herbs, where someone can draw 4 cards from their discard pile, 2 of those, and a snipe to defeat a person. You get the double arrow, 2 of those, and the single arrows. I think there were 9 or 10 of the single arrows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 running men. 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. 1, 2, 3 shields, and 1, 2, 3, 4 scrolls in the green deck. In the blue deck, similar in the sense we've got the same similar blue background on the back of the cards. A reasonable number of black special cards. These the blue deck gets to defeat a monster with a fireball. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Magic Bomb, this is a nice card, counts as one of each of the resources, so a very handy card. 1, 2, 3 of those, and cancel any event. We saw those event cards in that deck. Blue is specializing in scrolls. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 individual scrolls and 2 double scroll cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running men, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arrows, 1, 2, 3 swords, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shields. Put them back. Let's keep going through this. We've got the yellow deck now. The yellow deck specializes in shields, has its own special cards. Can pause time with the Divine Shield, 2 of those, very useful in the 5-minute dungeon because there is a timer which counts down the 5 minutes. So play this card to pause that. Pause it until someone plays a card. All players draw 1 card. 2 Divine Shields. 1 Health Potion where all players draw 3 cards. Heal, we've got 1 of those. 1 person can replenish their draw pile with their discard pile, and a Smite to defeat a monster, and a Holy Hand Grenade to defeat any card, which could include a mini boss. It has 2 double shield cards, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 normal shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows in its deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scrolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swords, and 3 running men. Very useful to know the distribution of cards in each of these decks, actually, so you can use this video to write that down as well. Purple specializes in sprinting, running man, I call them. So yes, sprint. We've got the sprint card there, defeat an obstacle. 1, 2, 3 of those. Backstab to defeat a person. 1, 2, 3 of those. Steal to steal another player's hand. 2 of those. And donation to donate your hand to another player. 1 of those. It has 3 double running men card. The others only tended to have 2 of their speciality. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 singles though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scrolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shields, and 1, 2, 3 arrows. Getting to the final deck now, the red deck. The red deck specializes in swords. So let's have a look at its special cards first. Mighty Leap to defeat an obstacle. There are 2 of those. Enrage, where 2 players get to draw 3 cards each, and there are 2 of those. So very limited in its special abilities, but it does have these special cards. So we saw the other decks had doubles. This also has double swords, but it also has a sword with 1 of each of the other emblems that you need to defeat monsters. So it has 2 cards with a sword and a running man, 2 cards with a sword and a shield, 2 cards with a sword and an arrow, 2 cards with a sword and a scroll, and 2 cards with double swords. It then has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arrows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shields, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running men, and 1, 2, 3 scrolls that we can see there. So that's what you get in the box for 5-Minute Dungeon. Again, a nice fun game. I'd highly recommend it as a filler game, a fun game for young people, for groups, for parties, things like that. 2 to 5 players. I think it's best played with 5 players, but it does play at other card counts as well, just a little bit more challenging. So thank you for joining me on the look at what's in the box of the board game 5-Minute Dungeon. If you found it helpful, please like, as always, subscribe and share it with your friends so they can see what's in it as well. Maybe if they want to buy it, then they can see what's in the box. Overall, really good quality components. Love that artwork as well. As always, enjoy your gaming, have fun with your friends and family and whoever else you introduce to this great hobby. My name is LeMonde, signing off. Thank you very much.